thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today.
Yeah, thank you.
And first of all, The Summoners, amazing movie. I am glad to see that it's won awards. So I can see the poster back there.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell me a little bit, and people who haven't seen it just yet, what was inspiration for going into The Summoners?
Why we started it? My writing partner and I, Chuck Foster, we were looking for something interesting to do. We started writing a kind of a ghost. We were trying to figure out what else to do with ghosts, and then we were going to pitch some ideas to a internet horror company called Black Box TV, who makes really great horror films on YouTube, and it was kind of like the night before, and we're like, oh shit, like what if we this idea, and then I was like, wait, why don't we have girls that are getting possessed for the fun of it, like on purpose, and and starting to experiment with it, and kind of the light went off on us, or in our heads, we're like, oh shit, that's it, that's our idea. So we pitched it to them the next day, and he immediately was like, oh, that's gonna be our next short, let's do it, write it. And I'm like, okay. And we wrote it in like 2 days, or a day, I think we wrote it, and then gave it to him, and he was like, all right. We were shooting within 10 days, I think, of that conversation. So
nice. I love the new take on it, because I've seen so many ghost stories and so many different similar about all of them, whereas The Summoners, it was dark and gritty, but it was original and unique, and it was, like I said, I'm glad to see that it actually did win awards, because I've seen so many that have barely even been seen yet.
Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, it's the key to that. I mean, the key to the whole awards thing. Like, I had a short called Hell's Bells that hit the awards circuit or hit the festival circuit around 2012, and I looked up to some films that were winning lots of awards, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. If I even just won one award, that'd be great. And there's a film called An Evening with My Comatose Mother, and it's probably the most award-winning, if not film, but short film, especially horror short film of all time. It's won probably at least 100 awards, I think. And at that point, it had maybe won 40 or 50 or something. And I was like, holy crap, this is like, and eventually I got my hands on a copy and saw it, and it was like great, but it was a 30-minute film too, and it was just, that's even more of a miracle, because it's hard to find films. It's hard to like program a film that's 30 minutes long, because the programmers usually want something that's 5 minutes, and they can cram in a bunch of them, and they can get more audience members and filmmakers showing up. But so that one, and then I eventually became friends with the director through other friends and seeing him at festivals, and now I'm a judge at his film festival, which is called Film Quest in Utah, which is an awesome film festival. So I'll be doing that this year again.
Nice.
Because Hell's Bells went on to win awards, and what I did was, so when I saw that film, I ended up targeting, I went to some of the bigger festivals, maybe that I could, the Fantasia Fest and some of the bigger horror and fantasy film festivals. And, so most of them I didn't get into the bigger ones, but with the medium-sized ones and the really smaller ones, I made sure to target them, that when they did give awards, if I'm going to give my money to a film festival that's far away, then why not have the possibility of getting awards? And luckily people really love that movie, and then that opened the gates for the Summoners to play some of those festivals. And Summoners didn't even win as many awards as Hell's Bells, but I didn't send it to a lot of festivals that time around. I was like, I spent so much money on Hell's Bells, I spent a lot of money on those things, and it starts to add up.
Oh yeah. So how did you get your start in filmmaking?
Oh, let's see. I went to film school here in Los Angeles, Cal State Northridge, and then started making films there. We were shooting on 16 millimeter, and that's how I got my first film education, was on 16 millimeter. And then after I graduated, I still hadn't even touched any digital cameras. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. Digital cameras, anything. So I had to do another film education on how to edit in Final Cut Pro, and how to edit, in just Photoshop and all those things, like using the computer to make films. So that was a whole experience. So, yeah.
Nice. So what's been your favorite project? You know, you got Hell's Bells and the Summoners. What's been your favorite project so far, or maybe not even your favorite, but the one that you're most proud of?
But between Hell's Bells and the Summoners, I've definitely loved both the films, and I'm hoping to be making them both into features. The Hell's Bells has a feature script by some people. I don't know. I mean, bigger budgeted, as in, it's not going to be like $100,000, $200,000 movie, because there's a lot of demons and effects and that kind of stuff that needs, to make it really a good, already fun, movie for kids to watch. And this, I don't know, Summoners and Hell's Bells I really love, just because, they've done well for me in getting my name out there and getting people to watch them.
So who's been your biggest inspiration in making your own stuff, or even wanting to be a filmmaker?
Oh, let's see. Well, I mean, it kind of, I guess the character, I guess let's just start with a character, which is Freddy Krueger, that got me into horror films. Yeah. And I've eventually met some of the people that made, it was Nightmare on Elm Street 3 that got me into horror, and I've gotten to meet and thank some of the people that made that movie, like Patricia Arquette, and I got to work with Christian, and I met some Chuck Russell, like Darabont, thanked them all. So that was, it's exciting because that's really what guided me the rest of my life so far. And then Bram Stoker's Dracula was the film that was like my film education. When I was in high school, that came out, and then I learned everything about it and about the behind the scenes, and I had the book that was, told you all the secrets of the special effects. And then people-wise, I mean, definitely like Wes Craven, and I like the films of like Larry Cohen and Roger Corman, the people that have that really that do-it-yourself attitude and can that take no for an answer and can do anything, kind of, those people that can do anything. And then when it comes to like content, and I don't necessarily like all of his films or the scenes and everything about his films, but Quentin Tarantino for sure is a big influence of just the fun way he makes his films work.
Oh yeah. I still need to see that the Hateful Eight, but everything else of Quentin Tarantino's that I've seen, there's been stuff that maybe could have been left out, but it's overall, it's fun movies to watch, definitely.
Yeah.
So, you were saying the Summoners, you're saying within 10 days you guys were shooting. How long did it take to overall do it from filming to editing and putting it out there?
Let's see. We shot it in a day, about a 14-hour day or so. And since it was kind of like a ragtag group of people that hadn't worked together, and some of us had worked together, but it took a couple hours to get everything going that day. But so it probably took about 12 hours totally to shoot that 5.5-minute movie. And there's a lot of stuff going on in it too. So yeah. I was getting really nervous of even making the day, because we had only 12 hours in that location. But luckily they gave us the key, and so they didn't know how late we were staying. So we were able to stay a few hours later and get the movie done, because otherwise it would have been screwed.
Nice. That's actually really, I thought it maybe took a couple days to do that. That's really cool to know that it took only 12 hours to do that, and with all the effects that are in it.
Yeah, it was insane. And I mean, even I guess we probably had it edited and sound mixed within about probably a week. I was giving it to the composer because I was working on it nonstop just to get it out. We had a release date, and then we paused it because they wanted me to direct something else for them. So I did that, and that took up some time. And then we kept pushing the date because we really wanted to make it better and better and better. So we kept fooling with it. So it was probably about a month later that we actually released it online. But yeah, it was still a fast process for anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So overall, your time since you started school and up until now, what's been your best memory of the filmmaking career?
Oh, let's see. I think seeing your film with an audience that is really receptive of it can be the most gratifying thing, I think, because even on, like, let's say Hell's Bells, it played two different days in a row time in LA, and the first one, it was at a convention, part of the Scream Fest film festival. They were playing it at Monsterpalooza, this convention here in LA, and I sat there watching the audience, and I was like, it wasn't Monsterpalooza, that wasn't, but whatever, different movie, I mean, different festival. And it like, I was just like, nobody's laughing, nobody likes this, like, it's like, oh man, this is, oh no, it was Summoners, sorry. And I was like, oh, everybody hates this movie. And then the next day it played at a coffee shop at a film festival, and Doug Bradley was like right before, and Hellraiser was playing right after it. And so I was like, I think everybody was super excited, and it felt like, oh, I actually made a great movie. Like the night before, I hated movies. So it's like those kind of experiences where you like feel like, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if this, if we're gonna be receptive to it. And and when they do, then that's when it really feels good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that it's all worth it. Somehow it's worth it.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of hell to make movies, that's for sure.
Yeah, I found it's taken a lot more time than I thought it did. Today I've spent about 14 hours just editing a video.
Oh, okay.
I've still got probably about 6 more hours left of editing before I can even start rendering it.
And what is that? What do you make it?
I do a little show for HJTV called Valley Ave. My grandma passed away. She left me some little figurines, little Christmas time figurines.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like a South Park inspired show. I got a little, they look like just little comical people and little kids and stuff. And it's just a bunch of nonsense right now. And got about 3 episodes in now, so I'm kind of tinkering around with it and just doing something for fun for now.
And you're doing all the voices too?
Yeah, which is proving a little difficult because it's kind of hard to change your voice for all these different characters. I'm like, I'll do a few of them for now.
Okay.
But and we got a couple other animated shows that I've hand drawn, and then I just film them and then do the voice while I'm filming and edit it all together.
Okay.
So we're working on those too, but
cool.
Good start.
Yeah.
So, did you by any chance go see Batman vs Superman? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? I went and saw it after I heard everybody saying it was horrible, and literally everybody I knew was like, "Don't go see it, it's bad," and I loved it.
Did you? I kind of gave up on all the comic book movies. I'm kind of done with all of them. I can't. There's just too many, and I never really read comic books when I was a kid. I just had a couple, but I wasn't really into that. I'm more into sports and into films, and I did love Batman and Superman and that kind of stuff when actual movies, but I didn't really open the comic books and try to get into the stories, the proper stories. So I don't have that love. I want to see people chasing other people and killing them in dark alleys. I'd rather see that. And this the whole, I don't know. So that's why I often can fall asleep right at the damn thing, like right at climax. But I have some of them, like I really like Thor, and I liked the that one with the raccoon, whatever the hell that one's called.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. That
one was hilarious. I was wondering how Batista was going to be in that, because I grew up watching him as a wrestler. And when I heard he was in it, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Another wrestler?" And I'm glad he's an actor. Well, obviously wrestling is acting, but I'm glad he's a movie actor.
Yeah. I didn't even know he was a wrestler. WWE then?
Yeah.
Okay.
He actually wrestled as his own name, Batista.
Yeah. Now, okay, so it's kind of coming back to me. So he went by his last name.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my friend Sean Decker produced a film called L.A. Slasher, and it came out about 6 months ago or so. But yeah, sometime last year. And and Dave Bautista's in that one too. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah. All right. So, taking kind of the little superhero thing, what would be your ultimate slasher team for a movie? If you could take any horror character ever and put 4 of them together in a movie, what 4 would you pick?
Well, I mean, my dream is to do a Nightmare on Elm Street film someday. That would be a beautiful thing, and make sure to not do it the way that they did that last remake, which was just terrible. But
yeah.
I love Freddy, Myers, Chucky, and Pinhead, and those are like my gods of film, just because I love watching their movies and seeing them kill people. But yeah, Freddy's the he's the big one right there.
Oh yeah, he was the only horror movie that I really watched that I had actual nightmares about. I had an actual nightmare where he was coming after me, and he was just a bunch of little spiders, and it was Freddy Krueger head. And I woke up as he was getting to me.
Wow!
I was like 9 years old, and it scared the shit out of me. I didn't sleep for like 2 days.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but you eventually seen the movie, or you hadn't? It was already.
Yeah, that was the night, literally the night as I watched the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
When they still had the VHSs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A while ago.
Yeah, that's when I saw it. Nightmare 3 on VHS, and then I was hooked.
Yeah, it still is a great movie even watching it now. It's just the graphics of that time were amazing.
Yeah, beautiful imagery and beautiful ideas going on, and it nothing really has touched it since then. Like nothing in horror has been able to be that fabulous of an idea, and he couldn't even sell that idea. He went and took it to every single studio he could, and nobody was like, no, you can't have a killer in your dreams. Like, that doesn't make sense. It's not gonna be scary. So yeah,
and one of the best movies ever. One of the best franchises ever.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, seeing it's getting up on about time, I just want to thank you again for taking the time to talk with me. The last question here: is there any advice that you would have for anybody that is wanting to get into the industry or wanting to become a director? Or
let's see. I mean, I guess if you're wanting to do those things and you're not going to school yet, or if you're not in some sort of place that nurtures that, like Los Angeles or New York or Austin, where there are a lot of filmmakers, or Chicago, or that kind of thing, then everyone has a camera already. Like, I didn't have a camera. I mean, I didn't even have a VHS or a Hi8 or any camera when I was a kid at all. So I couldn't make movies. I just wrote stuff down and I dreamed of it. But everyone has one, and it's in your pocket. That's all you need to do is start shooting things, and almost everybody has computers. You can edit in your phone if you have a decent enough phone. Just start making movies. And when you do get older and you are wanting to go to school for it, or if you want to move to an area where there are a lot of people making movies, then do whatever you can to get on the sets, work for free, learn every job, continue and be somebody that works hard and doesn't sit on your ass and on your phone while you're on set. Just do anything you can to learn everything, especially as a director and as a producer.
Great advice. Great advice. Well, thank you again so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you.
And we'll be definitely trying to. It's already gotten awards, but we'll be helping to share it, and maybe we can set up an interview again for another few months down the road and see what you've been up to. And
I have 5 movies coming out this year, and then The Summoners is in the works as a feature right now too. So
awesome.
Awesome. Things are moving.
All right. Well, thank you again. I hope you have a great day. And
all right.
I'll speak with you soon. I'll shoot you a link as soon as I get up on YouTube.
Okay, great, dude. Thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
Stoddard. I'm calling you here to be with me. This rock is stained with the blood that flowed through your veins. What are you waiting for? Show us you're here.
This is such bullshit. Shut up, we know what we're doing.
Talk to us, William. We want to know about all of the horrible things you've done.
Are you afraid of us, William? Maybe you'd talk to us if we were little boys. I think you're a pussy, William. What, you were beaten to death by a 14-year-old here? Well, I think you deserved it. You sick little man. You're a piece of shit!
You guys are stupid. Let's just go see a movie or something.
Hey, we didn't invite you here to screw things up. If you're gonna be a dick, then leave. Like you have anybody else to hang out with.
You know what?
Will you little bitches shut up?
William?
I said shut up, you little bitch! I didn't invite you here!
You guys are messing with me?
Of course you didn't invite us here. You wouldn't know what to do with a girl now, would you?
What's wrong with her? Just help me get the rock out of her hands! Holy shit.
Just wait. Wait.
That was amazing! What'd they say? What did they make me do?
Well, you called us little bitches a few times.
Nice!
And then you tried to attack me, but then I knocked your guest to the ground.
You little bitch.
See? Now do you believe us?
Holy shit, that was sick.
Okay, my turn.
So you just need to hold the rock now?
Just watch.
William. How's it feel to be inside a girl's body? Do you like the way you look? I bet it turns you on.
You don't know who you're messing with, bitch!
You're a pervert who rapes kids!
Like your uncle who used to come to your bedroom every night? He told you not to tell. But I know all your little secrets! It should have been me. You could have been my first little bitch!
That was awesome. What's wrong? What happened?
We need to stop.
What? Are you sure?
No more.
Okay. Wait. I need to know.
No, Talia, don't!
William? Put the rock down.
Are you okay?
No.
Where is she?
Talia!
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 You got bitch titties. You got titties so big, they got bitches in them.